Assalamu alaikum. Ramadan Mubarak. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, I bear witness there's no God but Allah, and I bear witness that Muhammad is his messenger. Brothers and sisters, we want to welcome back from a 3-week, not really vacation, but since our last broadcast has been 3 weeks, and we want to welcome you back to Black Wealth Empowerment Live. We're excited to be back. We're excited that you decided to join us, and we have a exciting program for you today, exciting topic. We definitely want your participation in. My name is Muhammad, coming to you live from the BW Studios here in Houston, beautiful Houston, Texas. We're starting to get our summer temperatures now into the 90s. So enjoying that heat and thanking Allah, God, that we have air conditioning in our home and in our car. So welcome, 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 brothers and sisters. Welcome to Black Wealth Empowerment Live. Like I said, for 3 weeks, we've been securing the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan when he came to Houston, as he went on a 7-day tour, Justice or Else tour. And inshallah, we'll have our brother Jesse, who was with him in every one of those cities that gave a report to us here at 45 today. He actually delivered the message about his trip, and boy, powerful. And some of the things that he shared with us that the minister said. And inshallah, God willing, we'll have Brother Jesse with us here in a couple of weeks to share with us his experience with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. So, brothers and sisters, welcome, welcome, welcome. And as always, want you to make sure that you pay close attention. You know how I feel about multitasking. This is a broadcast that's designed to deliver nuggets, to deliver value, to be the topping, the icing on the cake of your Sunday. Your Sunday, traditionally for Black people, is worship day, is family day, it's a day of relaxation. Prepare ourselves for the coming week. So we want to be the icing on the cake. We want to be that thing that help us make the transition back into the workforce. For many, work a traditional Monday through Friday job, but to get our minds prepared for the new week. So we're happy that you decided to come back with us after 3 weeks off. 3 weeks off. So right now I'm by myself, but my co-hosts are going to join me here. We have Sister Brandy remotely there on the road. Sister Brandy, testing, mic check. Mic check. Our membership coordinator, Sister Brandy, are you with us?
Yes, sir. Assalamu alaikum. Are you able to hear me?
Ramadan Mubarak, Sister Brandy. Welcome everybody after 3 weeks off. We should have a lot to share with our. Are you there, Sister Brandy?
Yes, sir. I'm going in and out, so I wanted to say Ramadan Mubarak to the family as well. Hope and pray your Ramadan is going absolutely marvelous. I'm excited. Ramadan has been a beautiful, successful experience thus far, and I'm excited to be back live and in action on the Black Wealth Empowerment Group. As Brother Darrell just stated, I am live mobile, driving back into the city of Columbus, Ohio. I'm excited to be back home. I have our younger children with us, one sleep in the back, Brad Baker 3, Brad Baker 2 to my right, our son. He acts like just like the camera, so we'll leave that alone. But Brother Darrell, I am excited. I can't wait to get into it. Believers, family, friends from all over, welcome to the Black Wealth Empowerment Group. This is going to be an awesome experience for you. We are glad you're a part of it. Brother Darrell, I'm sending it back to you for a moment. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Sister Brandy. There you have very own membership coordinator, Sister Brandy, on the road, coming to you live remotely, brothers and sisters. As she said, welcome to everybody that's here. This is your first time. We appreciate you being here with us, and we are excited to be back. 3 weeks off. We are back. We are excited, even more excited. Why? Because many of us had the opportunity to see the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan live and in person, like I would love to be able to do here in Houston. But we all should have seen the press conference there in D.C. We should be following our leader, our teacher, our guide. That's the only way we can say that we are a follower. We have to follow every step that he makes. So we want to welcome you to Wealth Empowerment Live, brothers and sisters, because we have some information we want to share with you that we know that will serve you at this point in time as a people that we're dealing with a lot of in society here in America. We're dealing with unemployment, underemployment. We're dealing with a lot of socials. All right, but we want to be a part of. We want to be a part of those that are adding to and assisting in our assisting in making us a better people for the future. And I have with me, I hear him in the background, our courage coach, Rodney Assad Muhammad, that's been working hard, helped us to working hard with inspiring people. He is an inspirational speaker. He is a performance coach. He is one who spends his life helping other people, helping those who want to help themselves be all that God has entitled them, and that's what he does. Our courage coach, Rodney Assad Muhammad. Mic check, mic check. Brother Rodney Assad, are
Yes.
you there, brother? Mic check, are you there?
Yes, sir, brother Daryl. Am I coming in loud and clear?
You are coming in loud and clear, brother. Take it away.
Praise be to Allah. Well, assalamu alaikum to everybody, the Black Wealth Empowerment family. Those of you on the live Google Hangout, I am Rodney Assad Muhammad, your courage coach, and I am so happy and excited that we're back again. It's you know, sometimes you got to take those breaks. Things, you know, are happening in our lives, and it's a good thing that things are happening, and we're not sitting around on our hands, brothers and sisters, just doing broadcasts. Nothing else is happening in the world. We're just doing broadcasts, and that's it. You know, things are happening, and things should be happening in your lives as well, because as a result of things we've been sharing with you on Black Wealth Empowerment, should be inspiring and kindling something inside of each and every person that watches this broadcast, whether it be live or the rebroadcast, to start to do more things in your lives. So yeah, you might get busy. Yes, you might, and it's okay. We don't hold that against you. You go say you call in, or you go into the private exclusive Facebook group, and you say, oh my goodness, I was so sorry I wasn't able to be on the broadcast. I had a powerful business presentation or business meeting I had, or you know, we secured a new facility. We got 12 new ovens just came in, and you know, the Just Yummy Bakery is, you know, growing and expanding and bursting at the seams, and you know, we had a lot of stuff going on in the home office. You know, those are good reasons to not be present on a broadcast. But when you are available, you want to make sure you're here and ready and attentive to get every nugget, every morsel, every little tidbit of information that we are going to present by Allah's permission. So we thank you for joining us today on this powerful talk we're going to have. We're going into something powerful today. I mean, not that we don't every other time, but today I'm really excited about the things I pray that Allah blesses us to share with each and every one of you. It's all about that 10, 10, 15. I don't know what you thinking about or what you talking about, but I know what I'm going to be talking about. So, Brother Daryl, thank you once again for being the, you know, the Allah-inspired vehicle by which we're doing what we're doing. We're thankful that you saw something that you thought would be beneficial to us as Muslims and Nation of Islam, and those who are just good, clean thinking, clean living, dignified, civilized people who are joining us now on Black Wealth Empowerment. Now that we've opened up the doors a little bit, expanded our breasts, you know, those of you who are just those types of people, we're honored that, you know, Brother Daryl, you did what you did to provide this vehicle by which we can all even communicate with one another and learn and share and grow ourselves wealth. And we've covered it before. We're going to go deeper into that as we go other broadcasts too. It's a wealth of information, a wealth of knowledge, wisdom, understanding, cultural refinement, how not to be savage, how to act at home and abroad. All those things is what Black Wealth Empowerment is about, in addition to also financial empowerment and literacy being for our nation. And I'll tell you, because when you have financially astute, financially savvy, and secure people, that's how our organizations are going to grow and develop. You know, if you don't have, you can't give. But when you have, you can give. So you want to grow not for selfish reasons, vain reasons. You want to grow because you want to help those things and those people that you're passionate about. So I am Rodney Assad Muhammad, your courage coach. Thank you, Brother Daryl. Thank you, Sister Brandy. That's my sister right there, y'all, boys. Sister Brandy, boy, she everywhere. Sister Brandy is everywhere. I don't know how she do it. I think I know how she do it, but I'm just saying that because that's what people say. I don't know how she do it. I know how she do it. She got that Farrakhan factor. She moving on that Farrakhan factor. She got that Farrakhan combustion engine. I think it's like nuclear powered. Or so, I don't know what it is. Some atom, 10,000 pieces of one atom cracked. Something's going on. This is to be moving. She's a mama. She's a wife. She's a sister. She's a soldier. She's a business owner. She's our sister. She's on the BW. I mean, good heavens to Murgatroyd. Come on, Sister Brandy. So I thank a lot for our sister and joining us on this call. She's really stepped up, and I'm thankful. And just to see the smile on your face all the time, Sister Brandy, and your willingness to help. You know, even when you didn't feel comfortable, you still did it. And look at you now. I'm so proud. So thank you all for joining us. Brother Darrell, I'm swinging back over to you.
All right. Thank you so very much, ladies and gentlemen. That is your Courage Coach, our brother Rodney Assad Muhammad. And as he said, we are expanding, brothers and sisters. We want to welcome everybody that's here. Even if you're not members of the Nation of Islam, that's all right. You're in the right place. If you're black and you're about black people, and you're about our progress, and you're about us being free, and you are at the right place. That's what Black Wealth Empowerment is all about. So we want to welcome each and every one of you, and we want you to feel comfortable. All right, we want you to participate in the dialogue. We want you to participate in the dialogue. You do that in the private elusive Facebook group. Now, those of you who are already members, you know the routine. Go ahead and go in the private elusive Facebook group right now and let us know that you're here. Brother Rodney Assad is going to go there and announce those members who are checking in. We want you to, do what you've always done. We want us what city you're from, what mosque you're from, what church you belong to, what fraternity, sorority, 100 black men, social organizations. Let us know who affiliated with, who's standing behind you. We know that you're here on this broadcast. You're by yourself, but you're not alone. You represent somebody. You represent your family. You represent an organization. And what do you do? Are you an employee? Which is fine. We need employees. God bless employees. They are the ox in the wheel that makes it work. If you're an employee, be proud. Be the best that you can be in all you do. Let us know who do you work for. Let us know who your employer is. Let us know what company you're affiliated with. If you're a business owner, let us know your name of your business, your web address. You put a flyer up there. Let us know, brothers and sisters, because we are here to be an example for the rest of the people as far as circulating the black dollar. We're going to go more into that later, announcements and things that the minister mentioned on the 7-city tour about economics, because brothers and sisters, now is the time. It is now time for us to exercise our economic muscles, and that's what we're going to do here. That's what we're going to inspire you to do. So after this broadcast and in between broadcasts, we can have clear marching on how we can empower ourselves, empower our community economically, because no more ways that we just let dollars fly out of our window and go to our open enemy and those who do not have the same interest that we have for our community. That money has to be directed. That money needs guidance, just like we need guidance, because our money goes where our mind goes. All right? So thank you so very much. So let us know. Let us know who's here, who's present, who's ready for this powerful subject tonight that we're going to cover, that you're going to participate in: economic justice or else. Economic justice or else. We're going to use these broadcasts leading up to the 20th anniversary of the Million Man March, 10-10-15, October 10th, 2015, on the mall there in Washington, D.C. We're going to use these broadcasts, every broadcast, as a platform to galvanize us towards that significant date. So let me swing back over to the Courage Coach so he can let us know who's here, who's present, and who's accounted for. Courage Coach, who do you got in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group?
Yes, sir, Brother Darrell. Ooh, come on now. You getting me fired up already with that talk right there, brothers. Ooh, you started talking about that 2015, man. I tell you, okay, I'm gonna say some of that because we got to go into this. But right now, Brother Darrell, we got Sister Jennifer. Oh, assalamu alaikum, BW fam. Say glad it's back on again, Brother Darren and Sister Jennifer here in Phoenix, Arizona. MM number 32 in the house. Say we still have a
All right,
laser.
all right, welcome. Sister Jennifer.
We winning.
Oh,
We winning.
go right ahead,
We,
Coach.
we,
I'm listening in the background.
we winning. Okay. So we still have a laser focus on bettering our financial independence, and we still have a combined total of over 17 years dealing in customer service. So we're pumped about our future. That's right, because your future's been written in advance. You just got to walk into it. There's a promise on the table. We just got to do the walking. So welcome you, Sister Jennifer, Brother Darren, and then we got Sister Jeanette Muhammad. So I said, Assalamu alaikum, Jeanette Muhammad, from Oakland, California. Oh, that's the Oak Town. That's the O right there. If you don't know, you need to know about the O. That's man. Come on.
That's the O.
Some East Oakland streets. That's where my beloved wife, Sister Tanya, may Allah be pleased with her, was from the O. So I know how they go down right there. They got some cold soldiers out in the O. All right, Muhammad Mosque number 26, 26B, because B stands for believers, y'all. B stands for believers, 26B, right? And it's in the business of educational, informational research and presentations. That's very powerful, Sister Jeanette. I don't know if you've ever reached out a sister named Deborah out in Baton Rouge area, Louisiana, out that way. I don't know if you ever connected with people like her, and if there's some others too. You might want to look up Sister Deborah out in Baton Rouge on what you're doing and see how you can help tie that into what's happening in the Nation of Islam as it relates to MUIs and things like that. There's some powerful things that the Honorable Farrakhan has in the works that I'm not going to talk about on here. But definitely, you might be something that they if you're not already a part of that you might want to connect with these individuals on some things that can help definitely move some things forward for our nation, our young people, and those of us who are or above what we say school age, as in term primary school and those things. Education, remember, MUI was for all of us. It's not just for our children. MUI is Muhammad University of Islam, and we are all students in MUI. So let's not always think it's only focusing on the children. Education is a lifelong experience. In Islam, we say seek knowledge from the cradle to the grave. So we are all in MUI, Muhammad University of Islam. All right, so thank you. Welcome, Sister Jeanette Muhammad. Let me do a quick refresh on that, Brother Daryl. Sister Cheryl. Okay, we got one more in here. Sister Cheryl Sharp Muhammad. If that's your middle name, I'm feeling that, Sister Cheryl. He said, Assalamu alaikum, family. Miss you all. Sister Cheryl, formerly of Mosque Mariam, now in Elizabeth City, North Kakalaka. That's North Carolina, y'all. She's an eBay seller, entrepreneur, and student. Always a student. I like that. So I'm about to start adding that too. I'm the Courage Coach and student. Brother Rodney Assad Muhammad. That's good. So welcome, Sister Cheryl, to another live BWE Hangout. We're honored to have you and those that I just approved. Welcome. Let somebody know that we're on live right now. Hit your Facebook friends up. Let everybody know, hey, I'm on the BWE right now. I don't know what you're talking about. We're talking about economic justice or else. What you doing right now? You posting some funny video about something silly. You talking about somebody in a funky flag. You may be trying to talk about what color some flag is, and they waving it because something got approved with the courts and all that chicanery and tomfoolery. You could be talking about that. but I can guarantee you your economics not going to improve as a result of it. Your family not going to be better from any of that conversation. I can guarantee that. I can guarantee you that. You're going to be the same person you are tomorrow. I mean, as you are today, if that's all you're talking about right now. So let's let everybody know to get up on this economic justice, or else we're going to show you how you can financially assist the nation, your nation, our people. If you get better, we all get better, and that's what it is. So we have to have a personal investment in each and every one of us, improving our lives and our condition. That's the only way we're going to win, if we have a personal investment into making sure that somebody on the other side of yourself is growing and developing as a person in all areas of their life. So, Brother Daryl, that's what we have right now. Hold on, let me see how. Okay, come on. Sister Jennifer just did a quote, a Brother Daryl quote. Brother Daryl, he's so deep. She said, our money goes where our mind goes. That is absolutely correct. That's why, let me say this, Brother Daryl. I know sometimes I get in on some of these things, but a lot put something on my mind. No, go right ahead,
brother. Go right ahead.
I have to say this.
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
This is one of the primary reasons. Some of you all might see me on Facebook. I say, this is why I love this man. This is why he is one of my ministers. I talk about Brother Robert, brother, maybe a Brother Nuri. We have some Brother Jesse may do be putting out there. We got Brother Carlos. We got brothers just all parts of the country just doing powerful things. Sisters doing powerful things. And why I'll say this is why this is my sister captain, or this is my brother cap, something like that, because you're doing powerful things. And one of the primary reasons why why I really connected with Brother Daryl all those years ago, just digitally, because I got a chance to see the individual he was, what he was passionate about, and I like to connect with people with minds like that. So Brother Daryl, you know, that quote, that underscores just, you know, that connectivity that we have, and why I was saying, yeah, see that I like that talk. And I connected with my brother all them years ago, and I've stayed just kind of, you know, always staying up on him. He always keep me updated on what's new and what's happening, change and development, and it's a powerful, you know, just part of his life's mission is to help us all grow and develop, and relates to uh, financial literacy, empowerment, and what. This is my system. You all get the claim this sister. You know, she might be and whatnot. Present from Houston, Texas, Muhammad Moss, number 45, doing big things. I just got to say, crazy productive props to Muhammad Moss, number 45. Y'all keep it, y'all, man. I'm telling you, y'all need to start having some live broadcasts of the stuff going on, not to show off, not for vanity purposes, but I'm telling you, the stuff you all are doing, I think there's some movement going on. Movement that is just, I don't know what is going on, but y'all can hire a lot, we kind of just trudging along a little bit. We do what we can, but I'm telling you, seeing some of those things, you can inspire people. When people see successful people doing successful things, it turns something on inside of them. They say, oh, if so and so could do it, what, I can do it too. So Sister Denise Renee Muhammad, I got a little sample pack from Sister Denise that's just wonderful. I'm gonna bring that out this week. You also be ready for me in my live. I'm gonna do a video testimonial of this stuff. I got this candle and some other thing. Ooh, we Soul Purpose. So Sister Denise says, I am a lifestyle consultant with Soul Purpose. I offer natural and organic self-care and wellness products. We also have an awesome business opportunity. That's right. Ooh, man, Sister Denise, you almost got me hooked in with them products. Cause I'm like, man, this is beautiful. And so that's what we have right now. I'll check again, Brother Daryl, and refresh one more time, because you know I come in hard and heavy. I don't know where Sister Brandy is. I think she was in her car. She just driving around the block. That's what Sister Brandy do. She driving around the block because she figured, oh, Brother Rodney gonna be on. Oh, I'm gonna drive around the block, a few circles of the block, like she's trying to put the children to sleep, kind of move. You know how? Okay, I ain't gonna give with the mama tips. But yes, sir. But that's what we have right now in terms of pending posts. So I'm gonna swing it back over to you so we can continue going.
All right, thank you very much, Brother Rodney. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Sister Denise, Sister Jennifer, Brother Dan. Welcome, everybody, even those of you who have not checked in. We know you're looking. We know you are looking. We know you're there. You always have some looky looks, and that's okay. We're happy that you decided to take some time out of your busy schedule to be with us here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live. Now, as always, you know you can pay. We're here to dialogue. We're here to network. We're here to network, brothers and sisters. We're here to network with each other. That's what we're here to do. Okay, we're about being about it, not talking about it. Okay, and you can see that throughout the week in the private, exclusive Facebook group. That's where we connect throughout the week. That's where we're making contacts all the way to Japan and other parts of the world, and our membership is growing. Brother Rodney Assad is gonna welcome the new members, and I think Sister Brandy said there's something like, I don't know, Brother Rodney, count them real quick, to 30, 40, 50, something like that. There's about 40 or plus new members that are waiting to come aboard, waiting to join Black Wealth Empowerment Live, and I think about 3 or 4, from what I can tell, are registered believers. So we want to welcome all of our officers, no matter what affiliation you have in the church, in the community, social organization. We want to welcome you, because this is a platform that we believers in the Nation of Islam have laid the platform for you to come, for you to have a place that you can exercise your God-given desire and love for your people economically, and help and help us, because we need all the help we can get to get through these trying times. So we're over these last 3 weeks, we have 40 plus members waiting, and we're excited. We want to thank all you members who followed the instructions that Sister Brandy gave last broadcast to go and share the videos, share the previous broadcast. I want to encourage you to continue to do that, brothers and sisters. Go to our YouTube channel, all right, YouTube, and put in Black Wealth Empowerment. Up in the search bar, you'll see one videos that come up. Click on the channel and go there, and you'll see all 44, now 44, this is number 45, all 44 of his broadcasts are there. Find one of your favorites and share it on Facebook and Twitter. I know that you all, that's where the flood of new members are coming from, so I want to thank each and every member who's done that. You all, just to make that part of your ritual, make that part of being back, all right, by promoting. And that's one of the easiest ways of promoting. You don't have to tell anything. They'll see the video on your profile page. They'll see it on your news feed. They'll see it in your Twitter post. And they're going to wonder what it is. They're going to see your consistency. They're going to see your consistency, and they're going to eventually click on the link and see one powerful, powerful broadcast that we have delivered here at Black Wealth Live. So thank you so very much, brothers and sisters, for doing that, for promoting those videos, and continue to do that this coming up week. All right? So with that being said, let's swing over to Rodney Assad. Brother Rodney, let's welcome those 40 plus members. How many are over there? There's a lot more than 40, Coach. How many we got over there?
It's a lot. I don't think it's do a show. It says 20 plus. You can't even. I don't think they even put a number on it when it's this many people trying to get in the door, man. This is we got to set some security up there, get some water and stuff. Have the fruit come out and say, you go line up by fives over here. You over here, and get some order up in this thing. It's a lot, though. It's a lot. So I'm looking at right now. I'm not, Brother Daryl, I want to do something. I'm going to approve them as we go along. But I'm going to call out a few as right now live, and then I'll approve some others. So I just don't want to hit the approve all. I'm seeing some things. I'm just like, I don't want to hit approve all. Just something inside me said don't do that. And so there's some people I want to vet. I know, and I know, there's song about Biggie he said, kicking the door, waving the fofo. Some people coming in for nefarious reasons. I can see it already, and so we want to make sure the quality of our members, because our membership coordinator, she's on the road right now, so she's not able to really get in here and check that thing out. So right now, I want to call out a few people that I think of, would just kind of get us started, get us warmed up, let all know the quality of people that's coming in the door. We got Brother Hernando Cortez is now a member of the Private Elusive Exclusive Facebook group. All right, so welcome, Brother Hernando Cortez. We got, hold on, let me see here. We got Patricia B is now a member. This is good stuff. Savannah McIntosh. We got Savannah McIntosh is now a member of the Private. This is some good, Brother Daryl. I don't know where all these people coming from, Brother Daryl. What's happening here? Who are these people? They just, I don't know how they hear about BWE, where they decided, hey, I want to get down with that right there. Do you have any idea where this is coming from, Brother Daryl? Because this is amazing. See all these quality people.
All I can see is the members are sharing the broadcast, the previous broadcast, looking at it, knowing this is what they want to, this is where they want to be. That's the only thing I can think.
Brother Daryl, this is what it reminds me of, something I read from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the eternal leader of the Nation of Islam today. That he's talking about he has white followers, right? That he really the minister has mentioned this too. He said if he opened the doors to Caucasian people, they would beat most of us to the door, right? Inside they push us out. Right? Because people are excited about, some people want this. Some people want the change in their lives. And just to see the sheer number of names in here, and these are not a bunch of Muhammads popping up on here, Brother Daryl. This is powerful. It just goes to show and verifies that absolute truth of what he said. These followers not of this fold. I got people that you don't even know nothing about. This down. And so this is powerful to see this. We got Daphne Chester's now a member of the Private Elusive Exclusive Facebook group. This is, oh my goodness. Nikita, let me see. They got Nikita Thompson is now a member. Oh, we got a brother Ali Muhammad. Brother Ali Muhammad. Okay, come on, brother Ali. Go get on in here. He's not even, look, this is brother Ali's first group. He's a member of 0 groups, brother Daryl. This is powerful. This is powerful. He's a member of 0 groups, and he's now a member of the private exclusive Facebook group, Black Wealth Empowerment. This is powerful. We got Stephen Smothers, and I like it when we got people that are not have not joined a whole bunch of groups, and you got some people in here like 893 groups. I don't believe they're going to be able to give this group the time. You know, how many?
That's
You
right.
know, I mean, okay, you might be in a nation, you might have a NAACP membership. Okay, cool, but you like a part of every single organization, every one of them. Well, where you spending your time at? That's what I want to know, because you can't be a part of 890-some groups and participate in them. So we want to welcome Brother Timothy Sheridan. We got Daryl Campbell. We don't even have any mutual friends, and Brother Daryl want to be down. That's powerful. Man, this is good. We got Brother Corey S. Muhammad. Brother Corey, so cold soldier right there. Cassie X Jones. Come on, Sister Cassie. Welcome to the Private Elusive. Y'all welcome them in. When you see the names pop up, make sure you welcome in. Brother Deshaun Davis Sr. is now a member. We got Andre Allen Sr. This is powerful, powerful people. This is, oh my goodness, Brother Daryl. We got, I see a membership movement happening that we're, you know, these people that we're approving gonna really get in here and act up and show out in a very powerful way. So you got Brother Musa Abdullah Muhammad Sr. Is now a member. Hakeem Horton, come on, Brother Hakeem. Come on, come get your Muhammad on, Brother Hakeem. Darius Carter is now a member. We got a lot of powerful people. Sister Jennifer's added Brother Clive, has recommended Brother Clive to be a member. This is just, oh, Brother Joe, this is a part I like. You know, I know Sister Brandy's out there, and Sister Brandy, I'm really looking forward to you jumping back in here, but just want to know I'm enjoying myself right now, Sister Brandy. Carmen Turner. So, Brother Joe, that's a lot of the members right now. We got, Shay Blackson. I like that right there. That's kind of powerful. That sounds like one of the blaxploitation flick names right there, Shay Blackson. You know what I'm saying? All right, that's powerful right there. So, yeah, Brother Gerald, that's just a few of the members right now. We got Jermina Fleming was now a member. Bearing X Witness. Oh, I know this right here. They be getting it in out there. Bearing X Witness. So, make sure y'all welcome these people in. Ooh, Ann Willyn Stewart Carter. I like that. The spelling of that is nice. Welcome, Sister Ann Willyn. Oh, so Brother Daryl, that's what's going on, brother. We got a lot of people that are just really fired up about Black Wealth Empowerment. This is good stuff. And so I'm going to go ahead and keep adding these members. Got Angela Muhammad now. Oh, Sister Angela popped in here. Oh, my goodness. I think people are requesting live right now. Sister Kim Hicks is in. Lakeisha Laster. Oh, my goodness. A lot of, oh, my goodness. Come on. So Brother Daryl, so I hope you're with me still. This is just, oh, Kanita Mitchell. Let me just go ahead and say, Kanita, you welcome to the Private Elusive exclusive Facebook group. Latanya Jones. This is listen to these powerful people that's coming in, Brother Daryl. They about to push the Muslims up out of here. We just go, man. This is gonna be a whole new. It's gonna be powerful. It's gonna be a whole new. I see some growth and some expansion happening now. We got people who are serious. You know, they got people that are serious. You know, and sometimes a prophet is without honor in his own home. It happens. It's real. It's in the book like that. It's in a book like that, you know. Sister Brandy, we can hear you, Sister Brandy.
Oh, so sorry.
No, we love you.
Trying to get gas.
Oh, I can dig it. That's what I'm talking about. Fill up. Don't half fill. All right, and it's Sister Seneca Harris is now a member. So, Brother Daryl, that's what we got. And I got a few more people I'm gonna go ahead and approve. We got Renald Bynum. Come on, Geneva Williams. Oh. Boy, I'm telling you, brother. Okay, so Brother, that's it right there. Xavier Moore. I can throw Brother Xavier in there. Brother Xavier Moore, welcome. So we got a lot of members that are being approved right now, Brother Daryl. So we got it's just I'm just gonna keep going through, and because this list it doesn't go down. It keeps saying 20 plus still. It still 20 plus still. This is crazy. And all the people I've approved, Brother Daryl, it still says 20 plus. It still says 20 plus. So it's a beautiful thing. Yes, sir. Even with all that I've just approved, it still says 20 plus member requests. That is amazing. It is amazing. Yeah, the list just grows. Every time I click a add approve, new names pop up. So, Brother Daryl, so I'm gonna keep going right now, and I think I'll swing it back over to you because this could take a while. Yes, sir.
All right, all right. Well, that is good. That is good news, brothers and sisters. That is good news to have that kind of organic growth that we are seeing now here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live. Remember, we're going for the organic growth. We don't want to invite anybody anymore. We just want to share. You know, we want to follow the example of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. He just gives and gives and gives, and just let Allah brings him the blessing. All right, he doesn't do anything, as the Quran say, looking for gain. We're to serve. We're here to give. We're here just to empower each other and empower people and empower our community economically, brothers and sisters. So that's what we're looking for with our membership. We're looking for an organic growth, meaning it just happens natural. It just happens by us sharing. All right, and it's so easy now to share. As I mentioned before, just share a broadcast, just tweet, just post. We're going to go into that right now. We just want you to welcome those members. We want you to go to each person, okay? Right now, 1 or 2 minutes right now, as I'm speaking, go to each person and click comment and leave them a personal comment. This is not about no blast message. This is a personal message. Pick 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 right now, brothers and sisters, and send a message. Send them a greeting. Send them a welcome message. If we're following the example of our leader, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, then nobody should outlove us. Nobody should outlove our people. All right? So give them the individual love that they, because we're kind of like plants. We're kind of like any other of God's creature, right? We like our own individual love, our own individual space, our own individual privacy, our own individual empowerment, all right, as part of the group empowerment. So send a private message. Send a comment to one of those new members that Brother Rodney Assad just welcome. That you're going to welcome them right now. Welcome them and tell them they're at the right place, but most importantly, it's the right time. It's the time, brothers and sisters. We are getting into an economic evolution, an economic revolution. You're going to see it here. Minister Farrakhan put it in motion on this city tour, which is just going to build momentum as we get closer to 10-10-15. Brothers and sisters, you need to start planning right now. Right now, it's not too early. It's not too early. This is the best time, because what's going to happen as you get closer and closer to October 10th, all the hotels, they're going to do two things. One, they're going to fill up, but as they fill up, they're going to double their prices. They're going to increase their prices. Those of you who have means right now, be proactive. And those who don't have means right now, have faith. All right? Have faith. And go out there and use some of these things that we've shared with you here on Black Wealth Empowerment Live on how to go out extra money. Get with sister that's an eBay seller. Get with sister Shanika that's a very successful eBay seller. And there's other sister Cheryl. Get with our members. We have everything we need right here, membership, brothers and sisters. But of course, we have to come often enough to get to know each other. But reach out. There's ways that you can put another $100, $200, $300 in your pocket this week. Scratch. All right? That's what we're here about. We're here about building the wealth mind so you can build the wealth in your pockets. All right? So, brothers and sisters, let us go. Right. You see those tab above the video right here, right? It's time to go ahead and pay it forward. Let's forward right now. Hit that Facebook share button. Click on that. All right? And a tab will open up. We're going to do something different. All right, we're going to do something different. We want you to put hashtag Hangout, period, space, we are live. Join us. Now, after that, I want you to put hashtag justice or else. All right? From this broadcast forward, all our hashtags will be the BW tag and hashtag justice or else. And that's going to be another way
Okay, brothers and sisters. Yeah, this is Brother Rodney Assad Muhammad. Brother Daryl, everybody's saying they can't hear you, and I know I can't hear you anymore as well. So if you're talking right now, I don't know if you can hear me, Brother Daryl, but right now we can't hear you. And so you all let me know in the private exclusive Facebook group if you can hear me. Sister Mavis, can you hear me? Just make sure you post in there that you can hear me, and that we can have Brother Daryl maybe make an adjustment and see if we can get him back connected. I think the internet connection on that side is a little rough, Brother Daryl, because I know for me it's very, very choppy. Watching you it's very choppy, but I couldn't hear you at all. So, Sister Mavis, just let us know that. So, those of you that are just joining us, this is Black Wealth Empowerment Live Google Hangout, and this is what happens when you're live. You know, because we're dealing with computers and technology, sometimes there's a glitch in the matrix, and it makes it very difficult to get connected all the way. But you know, sometimes we have to make adjustments to our broadcast, and I'll make sure we do that. Sister Brandy's on the move. I can see that. So, brothers and sisters, thank you so much for joining us. Oh, Sister Mavis says she can't hear me. Well, we got brothers and sisters just joining us also on the private exclusive Facebook group. Sister Mavis J. Muhammad. This is Sister Mavis. She says, Assalamu alaikum, Brother Daryl and Brother Rodney. Sister Mavis here with the Overcomers Foundation, counseling and consultation in H-Town. That's Houston, for those of you that might not know. I was just in Houston last week. Very powerful day there, very powerful time. And Sister Mavis coming out of Muhammad Mosque, the mighty Muhammad Mosque, number 45. Y'all know how they do. We just gave them very, very powerful props for the wonderful work they're doing in helping the liberation and upliftment to oppress people everywhere, but primarily among Black and Spanish-speaking or indigenous people. So welcome, Sister Mavis, to our live Google Hangout. It's almost it's so powerful to have you with us. Sister Cheryl, can you hear me? That's the question I want to know. If you can hear me, just make sure you post again if you can hear me. Sister Mavis says she can hear me. We're waiting to get the Brother Daryl back up and joining us. He has some technical difficulties, so he had to restart his computer so he can kind of log back in. And so I'm hoping that everything's working well. Yeah, Sister Brandy is on the move. And I don't know if you all can see me, if everything's well right now because of the camera. You know, I can see it a little differently. So again, thank you for joining us. Those who are joining us live, those who are going to be watching the rebroadcast. This is what happens when you're doing live broadcasts. You have those things come up, but we keep going. We persist through it. And I've mentioned this before, even in business, in life, we have to keep going. Any of you that have been following me on Facebook, you know, I had a personal tragedy/triumph in my life over the last year with the loss of my beloved wife, Sister Tanya Muhammad. May Allah be pleased eternally with our sister and the wonderful work she did in really helping so many hearts and really inspiring so many people, and just the work she done in the community and just it's wonderful things. But in that you know, life will throw you things. Life will present things to you, and we have an opportunity then to show what we're really made of, what we really got inside. And when you can really oh, so you can see Sister Brandy moving. They say I can't see you, but we can see Sister Brandy moving around. Okay, hold on. Let me make sure it's back on me. I think it should be on me now. Yeah, it should be on me now. Yeah, Sister Brandy's on the move. She's out there moving and shaking. But brothers and sisters, that's what it is. When you're doing live, just like life, you say it's a live hangout. This is life, and life presents challenges, and we have to have some requisite information to be able to push through those challenges. So Brother Daryl is working to get his feedback connected. Sister Brandy's on the move still, getting her destinations and whatnot. And so this is what we're going to keep going on. We're going to keep moving forward. So if you have not done so already, brothers and sisters, those who have just joined us, make sure you go ahead and post in the private exclusive Facebook group your name, your full name, what city you're in. If you have a Muslim study group, a church home that you're a part of, throw that. Let people know that. We want to know that, because there's some people in the area that might want to come fellowship with you. Let people know what group or organization you might be a part of. You might not be in a church or something, like that, those kinds of things, but you might have a community group that you're a part of. Make sure we know that, and let people know that, and also post what business you have, what business you might be in, what what your trader skill might be if you don't, have your own business. What trader skill? What do you do for a living? And the place you might do it with or for. If you can share that, we want to know that, because sometimes there are goods and services and products that organizations and companies are producing that somebody says, oh my goodness, I've been looking for somebody that could provide that for my organization, my company, my family, my thing or group. So letting people know what it is you do puts you in a position to be able to take advantage of people's needs. Money follows service, and love is seeing the need before it is needed, is being proactive, being aware and present in time. And so that's what you want to be. Put yourself out where the marketplace can then find you. And could you imagine if Tide and all these other companies that are doing all these different products and things like that, if they kind of hid in the back, and I don't want anybody to know we out here, or they don't tell anybody about it, and how I don't anybody support us and buy our detergents, and they complain about how people don't support our detergents, and we have good detergents and all those things. We complain, but they don't do any advertising, they don't do any marketing, they don't let people know, hey, we're here. They don't say anything about their product. Somebody talking to them, they don't find a way to mention their product or resource, even by accident. You got to be very involved in this. And that's one of the many keys, and we dealt with some of the keys before. That's another one of the keys to business development and wealth and life development, is being present, being available, and showing your talents. Don't hide your talents, brothers and sisters. There's a parable in the Bible about the talents. You might want to look into that. You definitely going to do that. I'm telling you, it's going to change your life when you really look at it in a powerful way. And there we go. Come on, Sister Mavis. Don't be trying to butter me up and get me to like you more with all that. Be throwing all them things. I'm gonna post that in a group, because I just want to say, I just want you to let people know that I'm not the only person that likes me. I'm not the only person that likes me. and so, okay, so you got here, brother. Okay, I'll see. Okay, all praise due to Allah, Sister Janet. Thank you so much, Sister. That's what I love about being live, that you can get that feedback right there on the spot of what's going on. So, brothers and sisters, while we're waiting for Brother Daryl to get back connected, sister, looks like we got a sky shot. Sister Brandy gave us a nice sky shot. That's wow, beautiful. That's beautiful right there, Sister Brandy. That way we maybe catch a baby plane flying by real quick. Then we might be able to have some serious footage right here. But thank you all for joining us. I am Rodney Assad Muhammad, your courage coach. Now, listen, we're on today talking about financial justice or else. And we're like 50 minutes into this 2-hour broadcast. And I'll tell you, I can just give you just a little bit of something right now while we're waiting for Brother Daryl to come back. If you're not aware, brothers and sisters, if you just have been like maybe hiding under a rock, you're just not maybe logging in, you don't really use your phone much, you haven't watched TV too much here and there, you might not know that the 20th anniversary of the Million Man March is happening this year. It's 2020. It's been 20 years. And I ran into a young man just the other day when I was coming back from traveling. And this young man, I've seen him at the airport a few times working the shuttle service and whatnot. So I'm talking with him. I've always talked with him every time I see him. And I said, man, we're going back to D.C. In October. He said, yeah, I heard. And there we were, there we were. And I was like, brother, you going? What you gonna do, man? What's up, man? Get them homies together, man. Yeah, oh man, yeah. I'm trying to make that. I'm like, I said, because you was 5 when that happened? He was like, oh yeah. I was like, man, you definitely, brother, you want to be there, man. Because y'all got the heart. Y'all the ones the minister talking about, man. I said, now some of us got a little edgy, but y'all got that right heart for the time we live in. Y'all not scared of nobody and nothing. I said, so brother, we definitely want you out there with us, come on, get out and do this thing. But that's what it's about. It's about justice or else. Now, I'll say this, and this is something I've been sharing even on Facebook. It's justice or else everywhere, brothers and sisters. See, don't think this about somebody else. The minister say, white people gonna give us justice or else. No. He didn't say America better give us justice or else. The police need to give us justice or else. No, he didn't say none of that. The condition is just purely straight across the board, justice or else. But that's everywhere. You have to even be just to yourself or else. See, if you're unjust to yourself, just like the Muslim prayer, surely I've turned myself, being upright to you. If you know the prayer, see, I've been greatly unjust to myself, and I confess my faults. I've been greatly, and being unjust to yourself is not a good thing. That's why I sent a prayer. It's not good to be unjust. So if I'm unjust to myself in terms of the foods I eat, There's an or else component to that. What is the or else component? A lack of good health, a lack of mental clarity, a overall downgrade in just liveliness and verve and vigor. You know, you can't spend time with your children or your family because you're maybe sick and not well. Your finances are thrown in disarray because you have to go to all these doctors and get all these tests and take all these pills. So that just throws your economics into total disarray and chaos. See, justice or else. Well, what about not being just to your neighbor? See, at some point, if you have you got your next door neighbor, and say something's going on in their home, or you see something and somebody left something out, or maybe the mail carrier misdelivered the mail. See, to take that over, that's justice. Now you can say, well, it's not my mail, I'm gonna throw it in the trash. Well, that's not justice. So if you take the mail over there, see, that shows concern for somebody else to say, hey, I saw your gate was open. I know normally you have your gate closed, so I went ahead and closed. I hope you don't mind. You know, that's justice. Because see, the or else component to not doing that is if I'm mean and nasty to my neighbor, I don't care anything about them and their property. Like the Honorable Louis Farrakhan said to us one time, he said, what person having a neighbor and seeing their neighbor's house on fire would not get a bucket of water and help put the fire out, especially in the wind, see the winds blowing the flames in your direction. So even if it's for selfish reasons, because you don't want your house on fire, it's justice or else. See, justice is saying, hey, I don't want your house on fire, and I don't want my house on fire, so let me help you put out your fire. Justice, all right, or else. We have to be just. We have to be fair. It's about equitable dealings across the board, even with our own selves. That's where it starts. Charity, like justice, begins at home and then spreads abroad. So we must be just in all our dealings. So, Brother Daryl, are you back with us, Brother Daryl?
I think so. Mic check, mic check. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Your video is blank right now. Oh, there it is. Okay, you're back. I see you, Brother Daryl. I think you're back. I don't know if it's been
all right. Sorry about that.
Cutting in and out. I don't know if your video is all the way back, but I see it's a still image right now. Okay, it's moving around a little bit. I think the internet connection is a little wild, but yeah, so we got you back, Brother Daryl. So I'm gonna swing it back over to you right now, and I'll check with the members, see how they viewing the video. Okay.
Okay. All right. Very much, Coach. Thank you for covering down you and Sister Brandy, and that's why, brothers and sisters, you can't do it alone. Anything of great significance you cannot do by yourself. Before I lost it, just telling all of us, the new members, to go into the private exclusive Facebook group, to go to your Facebook page, open that up, put in there Black Wealth Empowerment, and find us, click join, and then we will accept you so you can participate in the group. You know, we're about the business of building wealth here, all right? And it's participate. I know we watch TV, and it's a whole lot easier to watch and not to participate. But, you know, you only get out, you know, a small fraction of what you put in. It's never one change. You know, you always have to have the mindset that you're going to put in more than you're going to get out. Okay? You're going to put in more than you're going to get out. It's just that over a cumulative period of time, you'll start getting back more put in. But initially, you always have to put in more than you get out. Okay, we want you to participate. We want you to make this private exclusive group. Nothing else out there. It's already unique in and of itself. Just our format, the way we approach wealth, it's different. It's definitely different. It's designed to be different. How do you separate yourself in the marketplace? You have to be different, be unique. You have to be authentic. All right, and that's what we're doing. That's right here at Black Wealth Empowerment. That's why we want to come live. We can do these and put them up, but that's not what we want to do. We want it to be live. All right, so you can look back as we look back and say, hey, you remember when we first got started, the bros were different, and we worked through the difficulties, and now it's seamless. All right, the America you see today was not the America that George Washington saw. He didn't see these highs and paved roads, brothers and sisters. But that didn't mean that the founding fathers didn't work with a vision in mind, even though they did not know exactly what the vision would be. All right, so that's what we're doing here. We want you to participate, we want you to get active, and we want you to share by giving. This is a giver's economy. All right, we're a giver's economy, a larger platform of givers. All right, in the definition, and what does it mean to be a part of a giver's economy? One who outgives others in his marketplace, all right, others in his industry, out-earn others in his industry. That's the way it goes. That's the way the giver's economy goes. And we're giving away this knowledge. We're giving away our time. We're giving away ad space. We're giving away interviews, guest appearances. We're giving away everything that this platform has to offer. To our members first. Membership should have its privileges, and we're using this platform so all of us can get used to using this modern technology with its glitches, or no matter how smooth it operates, because when it does work, it works better than anything else out there as far as reach. All right, as far as reaching the masses of the people, nothing works better than the internet when the internet works properly. All right, and we're going to work through the technicalities. Just as Brother Rodney Assad, the Courage Coach, says, you have to work through these things in life. You get down and say, I quit. I don't want to do it anymore. It's too hard to be wealthy. I'm just going to be happy with my job and get whatever I give. If they want to give me a raise, great. If not, I'll just learn to live within your means. That's the right principle. But to settle for than what you're worth is not the right principle. It is not. Whatever God allows us to have the desire to want, to have the desire to aspire to, then we should go for that. All right? We should make that happen. We should learn and understand what it takes to make that happen. I was reading Brother Burvey's book, Aaron, Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. That's a powerful book, brother and sister. You should definitely get it and add it to your library. Those of us in the nation and those of us not in the nation. All right? Because it'll expand your thinking. It will allow us to learn that it takes a lot of time, a lot of energy, and a lot of effort to just be good, let alone great. All right? And you want to be good at living. You want all that's around you to be good. Even when don't go good, it's still in an environment of good. The mind that you have is one of contentment. So brothers and sisters, we're part of a giver's economy. If you're in business, as Sister Denise has done, she's given away the product so you can share. I'm using the Nurture Clarifying by Soul Purpose and vitamin C, and it's a facial wash. Brothers and sisters, you should definitely treat yourself king. Treat yourself like a queen. All right? You have to start taking the small steps now, grow into it. All right? Life is a growing process. All right? Nobody just jumped from 3 feet to 4 feet to 5 feet to 6 feet tall. It's a growth process. So we have to grow into wealth. We have to grow into the identity of being worthy of wealth. That's something that we have to, brothers and sisters, that I have to grow into, that all of us have to grow into. And we need to do it as quick as possible. Quickly as humanly possible, because time is ticking. And time can be on our side, and time cannot be on our side. It's up to us. We respect time and what we do in that time. Okay? So brothers and sisters, we want you to head in time to take it to the next level. As we pick up momentum for 10, 15, everything we do of purpose, all right, should also pick up momentum. This broadcast will pick up momentum. All right? The minister gave us instructions. He wants us to, between now and 10, 15, study the last 2 years of Dr. King's speeches. All right? We hear and obey. 2 years of Dr. King's speeches. He wants us to study it. Just study it. Just follow his instructions. I don't know why. I didn't hear why. I just heard that that's what he wants us to do. So we need to just Google the last 2 years of Dr. King's life and his speeches print them out, study, and as you learn and find out, identify what those are, brothers and sisters, share it in the private, exclusive Facebook group. All right? That's what this group is for, is to share things that are pertinent in us building wealth. That's pertinent to build. Say it says building wealth. Black wealth empowerment. That's a building process. All right? It's a building process. Brick by brick by brick, skill by skill, aptitude by aptitude by aptitude, people by people by people, together heading in one direction, brothers. So that's what we're doing here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live. I just want to say that real quick, coming back on. I hope, can you hear me loud and clear, Coach? How am I coming in, Coach? Am I coming in loud and clear?
Yes, sir. I can hear you. Your video was a little choppy at first, but I think it's catching back up. But yes, you're coming in loud and clear. We can hear you. We can see your face. So, you know, even if the video is kind of little choppy, it's still we can hear you and see your face. Yes,
all right. Praise be to Allah. Brothers and sisters, go ahead and let's get active in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. We want to do the flash mob real quick for the sake of time, because, brother, we want to hear from our brother Rodney Assad. I heard to the justice or else piece, but we're talking about economic justice or else. We want to continue on that note if he started already. If not, we want to hear from him, and then we want to go ahead and
lock up. Can't hear you. Oh, we can't hear you, brother Daryl. I think that internet connection is acting up. We got to increase your RAM on that machine. I think that's what's happening. I think we got you locked up, brother Daryl. So I'm gonna switch the camera. I'm gonna switch the camera over, and then we'll see if we can get you back talking, brother Daryl. Because right now we can't hear you. The video froze up. So, brothers and sisters, right now, if you're on a private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group, I want you to right now to post in the group that I'm ready for financial justice or else. I want you to right now go into the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group and put I'm ready for financial justice or else, and put the hashtag justice or else. We want that to go out into the social media atmosphere as well. So again, I'm ready for financial justice or else. You know, you got to put something in you. We're going to talk about that and get into this. And so I'm gonna talk with you right now. And brother Daryl, if you start talking anytime, I'll let you know. I see the video moving again a little bit, but if you start talking again, we'll see if we can get you back in. All right. So until we get brother Daryl back and get his audio back on, so go ahead and do that right now, brothers and sisters. Those of you who are joining us live right now, we want you to put in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group, I am ready for financial justice or else, you know, and put the hashtag justice or else after that. You know, part of what we're gonna discuss today, God willing, is to have that fire inside you, that you want something different, you want change, you want transformation within yourself. You have to decide, we have to decide, I have to decide that I want a transformation in my life. I want something different in my life. Now, something different now always entails some radical things. One of the things one of my mentors told me, Jamie Swindell, Mr. Lifestyle, he said to me, see, you don't make drastic changes. He said you change one small thing and you measure the results. He said, because when you make drastic changes, then you don't know if you have any success or failure. You don't know which thing that you threw away that was good and you kept something that was bad. You don't know what it is that you did. So if you get some success, you'll never be able to duplicate it because you don't know what you did in the first place. And if you get a failure, you don't know what part you threw away that you should have kept that got you the failure you got. So you never make drastic changes even in your life. You make small incremental changes, which ultimately lead to big changes. But, you know, and that way you can measure results. So if you do something, you can check the results. And if it's getting you the net you want, then you can persist in that and maybe make some new tweaks. Then you might say, hey, let me go back to what I was doing before that and maybe change this piece. You say, okay, no, that was even worse right there. Okay, no. Let me go all the way back to this right here and maybe one of those. And see, what you do is you're trying to find a combination to a lock. In the Nation of Islam, the problem in our problem book, it talks about the lion in the cage and the keys and locks, and returning locks to our minds, the minds of our people. And each lock has a key. So for us, brothers, I think I heard you, Brother Daryl, chime in. I think that might have been you kind of getting back in there. Each lock has a key, and so what it is, our responsibility is to find the keys in our lives and turn those locks. Now, not every key fits in every lock. That's just what it is. But we have a responsibility to find the key that fits that lock. That's how we're going to get the successes, the breakthroughs in our lives. And that's what it's about. So make sure you go ahead and post in a private exclusive Facebook group. Oh, there she goes. I'm Sister Janet is ready for financial justice or else. And Sister Mavis, that's right. Small incremental changes. That's what it's about. I'm ready for economic justice or else. Come on, y'all. Go ahead. Yeah, that's right. Sister Cheryl Sharp Muhammad, I'm ready for justice. That's right. Come on, Sister Denise. We got to be ready for that justice or else in relation to our finances, in our homes. This is powerful. This is powerful. Yes, ma'am. We got to make those. Yeah, because we have to be able to measure our results. Those of us that have been studying the different technologies that the Church of Scientology has put forth. The Dianetic side of all that, some of the technologies. That's one of the things. Statistics is key. Statistics. It's all about stats in business. I mean, you don't have to even deal with the whole Scientology and church Scientology. None of that stuff. Let's deal with just in business in general. They deal with stats, and that's what it's about. Being able to measure your results. If you're getting the results you want, keep doing what you're doing. If you're not getting the results you want, you might want to stop, look at what you're currently doing, and seeing how what you're doing is producing the actual results you produce. We can be mad at the results, but we are not as equally as passionate about the actions that we're taking that are producing said results. That's what separates the great from the not so great, the haves from the have-nots, those who end up dead and dead broke versus those who end up wealthy and growing and happy in their lives. The miserable from the excited and the happy. The miserable usually focus on the results, but they don't focus on the results enough to the point that they're willing to change their results. They actually focus on the result of what they're getting based on their activities. You have to focus on your actions, your activities, because the results are a direct relationship to the activities you took to produce said results. So that's what it's about, brothers and sisters. We're not going into it yet, Brother Daryl. I'm just kind of giving us just a little bit of something to kind of get us moving in
go
direction.
Into it.
So you want to start to get into this, because
go ahead and get to it, because my technical difficulties, I need to work through it. So you go ahead and get into it, brother. Don't let me hold you.
Yeah. So all right, brother.
Now, I know you full, so go ahead and let it go, brother. Let it go.
Allahu Akbar.
We made them wait long enough, brother. Yeah, that's sir. We made them wait long enough. Let's hear it. Economic justice or else.
That's right. Economic justice or else. The brothers and sisters, those of you who are just joining us live on a private exclusive Facebook group, you live Google Hangout, you're on both places right now. You should be on the website, on Facebook. You should be watching your screen right now, the live broadcast. I am Rodney Assad Muhammad. I'm joined by our host, our brother, our friend, Brother Daryl Muhammad, and Sister Brandy Muhammad, our resident expert in all things membership and wonderfulness. She adds we studied ourselves and we saw in ourselves a second self, and Sister Brandy is our business second self. And see, we didn't plan it like that. Sister Brandy was just so passionate, so inspired, so involved in Black Wealth Empowerment, and being a business owner herself, a family woman, a lover of her husband, her children, and her community and her people, and she just stood out. See, right now, those of you who don't know, God is choosing His laborers. In our supreme wisdom, it talks about that at first the laborers were chosen by the apostle, whom the laborers are to work with. But in the future, Allah chooses the laborers now. That's what's happening. He's choosing those that will help. You can't put a stamp on somebody. We didn't pick Sister Brandy. Allah chose her for us. Because of her movement, her activities, and the God in us was able to see her God, the God in her, to say, wow, this is the sister right here. So that goes to the root. I'm telling you, if you study the teachings of Elijah Muhammad, when he talked about that original creator, when after he self-created, he studied himself and saw in himself a second self. That the science is exact, brothers and sisters. We just have to learn how to apply it, as the Supreme Wisdom book says, in the proper term, so that we can secure for ourselves, the benefit, luxury, money, good home, and friendship in all walks of life, sitting yourself in heaven at once, which is the greatest desire of our brother and teachers. And so, brothers and sisters, we're going to talk about tonight, by Allah's permission right now, financial justice or else. Now, Brother Rodney, why talk about financial justice else? Why even bring that into the equation? I thought justice else was about, what's happening with the police, brutality and things, people, murders and stuff in our communities, and other people from other communities coming in and doing harmful things in a church, and these flags and all these stuff. I thought that's the justice else, with protests and pickets and things like that. Well, that is justice else. That is this. But the Honorable Louis Farrakhan said to us, it's a universal cry for justice. Now, universal cry encompasses all things in the entire universe, all 76 quintillion miles in diameter, 60 quintillion miles in diameter. So if that's what it entails, then we want to make sure if universal means everything. That's everything. It is everything. So it's a universal cry for justice. Well, right now, if there's a universal cry, then we should be crying out for justice even in our own personal lives. I mean, I talked about the prayer just a little while ago. I have been greatly unjust to myself. Well, if I'm unjust to myself, I know darn well I'm unjust to somebody else. You can pretty much count on me being unjust to you. If I'm greatly unjust to myself, you probably don't have a chance in getting justice from me if I'm greatly unjust to myself. See, that puts a level of humility in our hearts when we realize that when we say our prayers that I've been unjust to myself and I'm confessing my faults, if I'm confessing them to Allah, and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, we are Allah, we all are Allah, we are Allah's, then if I'm unjust to myself and I'm confessing my faults, then I need to also practice that in my personal life. With myself, I got to be honest with me and say, you know what, I'm at fault in some areas in my life. Then I got to be able to confess it to those I've ill-affected. Say, hey, I've been at fault, as it relates to you. This is justice we're talking about. So financial justice, all that encompasses all that. So financial justice, just keep that in mind. It starts with self. So the first thing I want to bring up, brother Daryl, and all those you are watching right now live on the private the live Google Hangout. One of the first things we got to do in talking about financial justice or else is this is an idea and concepts that came out of the Torchlight for America from the Honorable Mr. Louis Farrakhan. If you have not read that, you do not have it. If you do have it, you need to dust it off. It's absolutely relevant. It is timeless. Now, some of the statistics have changed because things have changed in America. But one of the things we want to be mindful of, that what was laid out in that book and what is laid out in that book is a blueprint for success even in our own personal lives. One thing the Honorable Farrakhan said to us several years back, he said, anytime I say America, you all put in there Nation of Islam in that place, because he's talking to each and every one of us. And when we say Nation of Islam, I don't want anybody who's watching who is not a registered member of the Nation of Islam. You are in the Nation of Islam, because the Nation of Islam is a nation in submission to the oneness of God, the oneness of Allah. You are in complete submission. You say, I'm in the nation of submission to God. I want to do what God says. So you might call yourself a Christian, a Buddhist. You might say, hey, I'm this, I'm that, I'm Sufi, I'm this group, that group, whatever. It's fine. I'm no group at all. That's fine. You in the Nation of Islam, if you are trying in any way, shape, or form to be righteous, to be just, to be equitable to people, you are in that nation. So he said to us, anytime he mentions America, put in a Nation of Islam. So I'll say it a little different way if I can be so bold. So anytime he mentions America, you just say me. Just say I. And just take that out and put me and I in there, and you'll know he's talking to us. So yeah, the book is so relevant, you got to go into it and break it down. So I want to start off with this. One of the first things you want to do to achieve financial justice is you have to first decide that there's a problem. in the steps of recovery, the first step is to admit you have a problem. You have to actually admit you have a problem. And that's probably the hardest thing for any of us to do in our lives, is to actually fess up, own up to the fact that I got a problem. That's why one of the prayers that we repeat often is saying that I have been greatly unjust to myself. You got to admit you got a problem. And until we are willing to admit that we have a problem, that our results are not what they want them to be, there's a problem. You have to identify that there's a problem. Once you identify there's a problem, you say, okay, let me identify that there is a problem, and what is the problem? The core problem. It might be inaction, it might be a lack of knowledge or skills. We're going to get into that in a moment. But once you not know there's a problem, one of the first things you want to do to start to get closer to getting some financial balance and justice in your life is, the first thing you got to do is you got to reduce your personal debt. You got to reduce your debt. You got to reduce the debt. You got to drive the debt down. Your debt to income ratio is off. You got to reduce your personal debt. Just like America has to try to cut the deficit. The deficit is the income and outgo is off. We're deficient. If you have a lack of money, a lack of resources, a lack of friends, a lack of family life, that you're running a deficit. That means you're applying attention or resources to areas imbalanced. It's imbalanced. So there's no justice. And remember, justice is about scales. See, the symbol of justice are scales. And remember, the woman holding the scales, normally when they have the woman holding, she's blindfolded. Right? She's blindfolded. She can't see. So that way I'm not putting too much on either side, you know. So it has to be balanced. So reduce your personal debt by looking at your debt to income ratio. What's going out, what's coming in, and how's that balance out? And if it's not balancing out, now we got to now find ways to reduce our personal debt. Now, how do we find ways to reduce our personal debt? We got to first get some energy in us to decide there's a problem. Okay, there's a problem, and I like to do what I call thresholding, and I might have mentioned it in broadcast last year, thresholding, where what I'll do is, if there's some change and transformation I want to make in my life, what I do is I make that situation the worst possible situation ever to be had. This is the worst thing to ever happen in my whole entire life. Oh my, I don't think it can't get no worse than this. This is the worst thing ever. And what happens is, since you know, change comes from dissatisfaction, you have to start to become dissatisfied personally with what's going on in your life financially. You have to start to become dissatisfied. If you are comfortable, liking it, kind of okay with it, well, it ain't that bad, then there's no transformation that will happen. So when I say thresholding, you got to make it the worst possible situation ever to be had in your life. It has to feel that way inside, because that feeling is going to generate motion and movement, and it'll be a quickening in you. So you want to start to galvanize yourself and those in your family to start making some sacrifices. Some things have to become not so important. You say, you know what, we go out to eat 2 and 3 and 4 days a week. That has to become so critically unimportant. Galvanize yourself and your family to start making sacrifices. Eating out is not cost effective. It is not cost effective at no time. That's why it used to be a time where you went out to dinner, you were splurging. You considered that like you really did something. And one of the believers and I were talking this week while I was out. I mentioned that my hotel was right next to, I think it was a Red Lobster or something like that. Now I don't eat there, but it was a Red Lobster. And the believer said, oh man, I remember, ooh, you went to Red Lobster. You went out. You thought you went, so yeah, we went to Red Lobster. Like, ooh, everybody, like, ooh, you went to Red Lobster? You was doing something. Sister Brad, I got a witness over there. Sister Brad know what I'm talking about. You actually did something with your family. But that wasn't an everyday thing. I don't remember, man, that was every once in a while. Every few months you might have went somewhere and went out to eat, because even then they knew it wasn't cost effective. Now, of course, now society sells us on the idea because it's quick, because we're lazy, we're shiftless, we don't want to do right, we're trifling. Fine, I'll just pick something up. And that's the easy thing to do. It is easy. But difficulty, after difficulty comes ease, not ease. So let's do the converse. Then after ease come difficulty too. So if you take the easy road, just know on the back end of the easy road is the difficulty. You're going to pay to play. So yes, going out to eat is what it is, but you see, that's why they started putting, because some people got wise to that, and they started to check. They say, you know what, you're going to tell us what's in this food. And if you start to look at it, the sodium content in the food is so astronomically high, the sugar content, they are killing you, and they letting you know, if you don't read the stuff, it's not their fault anymore, but they make it known, it's publicly available here. It's high in sodium, high in sugar, and yes, it's not good for you. And we use stuff known to the state that cause cancer and birth defects and all that stuff. We let you know that. Oh, come on in. Yes, I'll be your servant. And what would you like on the menu? Would you like some drinks? They're going to go through what they got to go through because they've already absolved themselves of any responsibility of what the harmful effects of the or else component to the fact that you are being greatly unjust to yourself. So start to make sure you galvanize yourself and your family to start making sacrifices. Drop the Starbucks. Buy a bulk coffee and do it at the house. You know, invest in a coffee mug, you know, and do that. Some little creamers and just some things that you like. If that's your thing, invest in something where you can do it at home. The cost save. Find ways to cut, as one of my mentors, Danny Johnson, says, cut the fat. You got to find ways to cut the fat, trim the excess. So start to make sacrifices. Now, is it going to be difficult for some in the house? Yes. But that's why you got to galvanize the people. We have to show our family members, ourselves, the benefit in making the sacrifice. That's all. Most people, you know, the #1 radio station on the planet is WIIFM. We've been through this before. What's in it for me? That's what most people, it's a very few of us who are present in time enough to not first thought ain't, what do I get? How do I win? What's in it for me? Most people, they so darn blasted selfish. That's all they care about anyway. What I get. To heck with everybody else, what about me? And that's how most people are geared in their lives. They don't care about nothing and nobody but themselves and how they feel at that moment. So those who are more empowered care about others. Because if you serve enough people, they'll serve you. But that's just how it works. But when you don't serve people, you set up an imbalance and then nobody wants to serve you. So we want to be in the service business constantly. So galvanize yourself and your family. Say, hey, here's what it is. So since WIIFM is playing in most people's heads, then you got to show how you win personally from the fact that we're making these sacrifices. No, we can't buy you toys every time we go to the store, honey. We're not going to do that. We could, but we're not. Right now, we're trying to buy a home. We're trying to get out of this financial hole we're in. We're trying to develop our lives in this. We need farmland. We want to grow and develop as a family, and buying toys is not going to get us there. Maybe creature comforts, that's not going to get us there. We got a new big super mega ultra big screen TV. That's not going to, you can't eat that thing. You can't eat that thing, and nobody's going to buy it from you. When there's economic collapse, nobody's going to buy your 90, 100,000 million inch stupidity. Nobody's going to buy it. You're going to be dumb, hungry, with a big giant thing that don't work no more. You look real dumb. You can't even turn into a table because you ain't got no food to eat. That's how dumb it is. So fine, you can do those things. We can buy fancy clothing too. But if you don't know how to make none, then you look like an idiot. You don't even have the means by which you could go out in the back and grow no cotton to make your own clothes. So it's about galvanizing our families. So that's one of the first things, reducing our personal debt by galvanizing ourselves and our families to make sacrifices. Now the next thing is we got to eliminate, and the Honorable Louis Farrakhan says this in the Torchlight for America. We got to eliminate partisan politics in our home. Partisan politics. See, we hear that on TV right now, partisan politics, the Democrats, the Republicans, the Tea Party, and they're bickering and fighting, they're arguing. And really the core, the crux of these arguments is holding on to only your position, as if your position is the only position ever in life. Nobody else's position is valid but yours. You're not even intelligent enough to consider another perspective or position, because your position is the only position. That's called partisan politics, and what that does, that produces what they call in society gridlock, which means what? Nothing gets done. We hit a stalemate. It's no growth, no development, nothing changes, everything's bad, and all we have is arguing, bickering, and conflict and stagnation. Well, I don't feel like I'm growing. in my house. I don't feel like I'm growing in my relationship. I don't feel like I'm growing. Yeah, because you got partisan politics going on in the home. You're holding on to only your position, and no other position is valid or worthy even being considered. Well, how about this? I said it a little earlier. If the results you getting, or if the results you getting you cool with, then keep doing what you're doing. But if you don't like the results you get, you might want to switch that up. You might want to switch that up. Try something new. Try a new approach. Try a different way. And test that out for a little while. Let that ride for a couple of weeks. Say, let me try it this way then. And I'm telling you, you might get a different result. If you get a different result, you say, hey, wait, oh, that's a different result. My children responded different. My spouse responded different. My employers responded different. Oh, wow. Okay, well, let me try a little bit of this and a little bit. Then you start to make tweaks and adjustments to get the best possible outcome. So you have to eliminate partisan politics in your home because we're holding on to only our position. All right. So that's part of the thing of financial justice, or else in our homes we have to eliminate that partisan politics in the home. All right. So consider other positions. Look at other parties' view and perspective, and say, how can I add what they're bringing to what I think I know? And if you haven't tested what you know, it's just a theory. And we don't deal in theoreticals. You have to apply that theory at some point. And if you are currently applying the theory, then if the results you're getting is not working, then you can already just say, you know, most scientists, they know, they throw it away. They say, okay, that didn't work. Let's try something new. That doesn't work. It's okay to say that doesn't work. I'm going to try something new. All right, so that's one other step. Now you have to then, after that, now you got to raise. Now we get rid of the partisan politics in the home, right? All the arguing, fighting. We start to find a way to sit down on the table and agree, and take a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Okay, I can make an adjustment here. Well, I can't make an adjustment there because that's against the laws of Islam. That's against our rules and regulations, our way of doing things. Our lifestyle is not conducive to doing that. Because remember, we are to obey those in authority over us, as long as it doesn't conflict with our religion, not our way, not our ideas, not our way. That's what I like. That ain't what it says. It says as long as it don't conflict with your religion, your religion. And so if we are serious about that, then we're going to consider what somebody's bringing to us and weigh that against our religion, our way, and say, hey, it's not conflicting. I'm gonna go with that. All right, now we might want to have an opinion about it. Say, hey, well, I think this might be another way we can add something to it. That's fine. Have that conversation. But after you do that, you got to start to now raise your taxes. You got to raise your internal taxes, Brother Daryl, Sister Brandon. We got to raise our internal taxes. What do I mean? The late Jim Rohn, he has a program that he concept, an idea, and I mentioned this before, the 70, 10, 10, and 10 principle, 70, 10, 10, 10. He said you live off of 70% of your income you live off of. 10% goes to charity, 10% you reinvest in your business, and 10% you reinvest in yourself in terms of education and growing and growth and development. So 70, 10, 10, and 10. Well, what I want you to do is adjust that to 60, 15, 10, and 15. Adjust that to 60, 15, 10, and 15. So you have to raise taxes. So you have to live off less and raise the taxes in other areas. So you up your charity, right? You still invest only 10% into your business, but then you put 15% in your education, right? So again, 60, 15, 10, and 15. 60% you live off of, 15% because you're taking your charity up because you're sowing good seeds. 10% still in the business part because your business you got to keep the business moving. But that other 15%, you're going to invest in your education, your skill set, your knowledge base. You raise your taxes. You have to raise your personal taxes. Now, see, tax raising is taking the income you already have and taking it and putting it, taking it up on what you got to take out of that in order to do some other things. Yes, it hurts. They say, you know, we got to raise taxes. It hurts, but it's a necessary component to economic growth and development. All right, so that's the next step, is to raise our taxes, and then also after that, now we gotta create some debt deficit rules for ourselves and our families. Debt deficit rules. What is our debt? Look at your debt. Where are we deficient at? What areas are we deficient in? And set up rules in the home, in our personal lives, of how we're going to actually how we're going to actually behave, perform. What am I gonna do? Well, I'll stop going to the Starbucks. Okay, so now I'm gonna be more efficient in how I drive. Maybe I don't work that far away, so sometimes I might catch public transportation to save on the wear and tear on the car, maybe gas and other things. Okay, now we don't eat lunch in the Nation of Islam because that's not our way. But those of you who do eat lunches, and you might have a medical condition that requires you to have to eat a lunch or things like that, that's fine. But start to bring the lunch. Actually pack a lunch. Buy the stuff from a store, an actual grocery store, at a good rate, and make your lunches and bring it. I'll give you this. Me and one of my associates back when I worked in IT many years ago. This is, I think it was like 90s, or yeah, maybe in the early 90s. Anyway, a young man, Sang Chung, a Korean fella. Now we worked in IT, and we would go to lunch every day. Now I'm in the Nation of Islam, so I know I have no business eating lunch, but that was my dinner, being my dinner, because I figured I ain't going home and eat. I figured I'm cool, and then I was living by myself, so it was, yeah, I didn't really be cooking food and stuff, so I eat lunch. It was convenient. Not healthy, but convenient. And so we're going to lunch, and we're spending 10, on average about $10 every day, at least $10, sometimes more. Every single day we went to lunch, 5 days a week. Now, one day Sang comes into the office and says, Rodney, he's really, he's Korean, so he's Rodney. I was like, what's up, Sang? What's going on? He said, man, we go to lunch every day, right? I was like, yeah, absolutely. That's how we get out, man. It's IT with the homies, He says, and we usually go about spend like $10, $15 a day. I was like, yeah, pretty much. He said, times 5, times 4. I was like, we're spending like, what, $200-$300 a month in lunch? He was like, yeah. I was like, that's a car note. He said, exactly. we were blowing a car note. But some people might be renting other parts of the world. Somebody, that's their mortgage in Detroit. That's your mortgage payment. Every month, that's what we were spending just in lunch alone. See, the deficit rules need to be such that if we're having financial crises, then you say, okay, you know what? I'm in debt. I'm running a deficit. I need to create a rule. The rule is I'm going to now start making. So Sang started bringing his lunch. I stopped eating lunch. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, at that point, like 4 or 5 years in the Nation, I have no business be talking about eating no lunches. And so I could set up a rule. There was a rule already in my life that says we eat 1 meal a day. That's a rule. All right, so things like that, but so start creating rules and make sure everybody knows the rule. Here's the rules. Here's the rule. If we're gonna go out for a dinner because that's going to be our family out time. The Elijah Muhammad said we need to make our homes places of entertainment and refuge and happiness and joy. That's our home should be that. We shouldn't want to have to go out. We should actually create the conditions inside of our homes that we want to stay in, not go out. This world is crazy. They're murderers out there just running rampant. You don't want to spend less time out there and more time in your house where the people of peace should be. That's where we want to be. So create the conditions in our homes by which, so that's based on rules, regulations. Here's how we're going to behave financially. We're going to do this. We're not going to, maybe every 3 months, we're going to save a few dollars here and there, and we'll go out. Our movie time. Okay, well, let's, instead of doing that, maybe it might be more cost effective to invest in maybe in Netflix if we like movies and things like that. So let's maybe slash the cable bill. We don't need that. We don't really watch TV like that, but we watch more movies. Then you might say, okay, let's bring the cable down. We can watch this general TV. We're going to watch TV at all. I mean, it's a time waster and an income reducer. TV is useless. It's useless. It's a useless device unless you playing videos, and you can do that on an iPad, a tablet, or something like that. It just is useless, And so I've mentioned before to you all, Jerry called the TV the electronic income reducer. He said, you ever want to lose money sitting in front of that box for hours, guaranteed you won't earn a dime. Matter of fact, you paying somebody to let you watch TV. You pay them so you can watch people get paid. So every time there's a ball dunked, they get paid. Every time there's a commercial played, they get paid. Every time you go giggle at whoever did what on the little stupid screen, they got paid. They on the clock right now. You not. You actually on the anti-clock because you giving them money to watch them be on the clock. Well, shoot, if you're going to do that, then come watch me speak and pay. You should have no problem that when Brother Daryl say, hey, we having a Black Wealth Empowerment conference. I know you all are watching this live. Those you watching the replay are going to be, oh, my goodness, I'm going to pay for that. I know my cable bill is $79. They're asking for $79 per person for that event. I'm going to that. That's just one cable bill. I shoot that, man. I know I'm gonna get more out of that than I get on that TV. So when Brother Daryl finally announces when the live conference happens, I mean, you all ain't gonna have no problem paying $79, investing that measly $79 into your life, sowing that seed in your life, and then being ready to actually get all the resources and things that are gonna be offered at that live conference. I know you're gonna be ready, because you saying you've already adjusted the created financial rules in your life, by which you now say, hey, I'm not running into debt, I'm not running at a deficit anymore. So how do we do that? We cut frivolous spending. I've been talking about cut frivolous spending. Some things are not, find a way to bust the cell phone bill down. I've been talking to some different believers that I'm coaching right now, and they're paying these ridiculously dumb cell phone bills. My cell phone bill is $40 per month. Handle that. I travel all over the country and ain't got no problems. Let me say it a little different. I don't have any problems. For those of you who want to be a little more articulate on that, I don't have no problem. I travel all over the place. Most of y'all at the house. You at the house. You go down the street, maybe back a couple times, and your bill, what, $140? For what? What do you do? Are you running a small business on that thing? Because you pretty much could afford an office at $140 a month. For a cell phone, you probably can go get you a little small office somewhere and rent some space and actually do some business. But you're giving them that kind of money for a phone. You a dummy. You a financial dummy. $40. And look, I ain't got the latest nothing. Look, I got a little Samsung. I think it's the S2 that my wife bought me before she passed. S2. Because I don't need the new latest and greatest, because I'm not trying to impress no other slaves on my fancy gadgetry. I don't care. It ain't that serious for me. I'm trying to keep it economical. See, I'm trying to make sure I cut my frivolous spending down. See, I used to have Verizon, and they were charging me a lot of money and minutes. I'm keeping track of minutes and all this stuff, and don't go over your stuff. And this is unlimited. $40 a month unlimited. And right now, Metro got a deal for $30. You get it for unlimited monthly for $30. Come on. So wait a minute. So if your bill's $140 now, and then you actually go get Boost or Metro, you got $30 or $40. That's like $100 per month you get to add to your personal coffers. That's $1,200 a year right there alone. If you invested $1,200 a year in an interest-bearing a CD or something, even if you got a 1 or 2%, after a few years, you're going to buy farmland. After a few years, you done put a big dent in the house you should be purchasing. But see, we'll spend $140 on a cell phone, $300, $400, $500 on a car note, X amount of blah, blah, blah on this, and don't even own the piece of crap place we got. If the people that own the place say, we don't want you here no more, and we not renewing the lease, you got to find a place to go. You tricking yourself. You get tricked. But you tricking you. Ain't nobody tricking you. Tricking yourself. So this is what it's about, brothers and sisters. We got to cut frivolous spending. So find ways to trim that fat. Find those areas that you saying, okay, I know this is a creature comfort. I know but I really like this. I understand. Find a more economical way of doing it. See, if you get your will spending, you'll find a way to still do the same things, just like they got the extreme couponing. These are white women who most of them are stay-at-home moms. Oh my goodness, look at that. Just powerful. Just powerful. They get to be home with their babies, get the awesome ability to be home with their babies, and they still trying to find a way to cut costs. That's heavy. That's heavy, because they trying to make sure that man ain't killing himself to provide. And they say, oh yeah, my bill, I got $800 worth of groceries for $25. Be like, what? Now some of the stuff they buying ain't, for those of us who are trying to eat better, it's not right. But some of those staple goods, those things, they're really saving. But you got to be that passionate about cutting the costs. Why? Because you're trying to build a financial future for your family, for your children. This is what it's about. If we're not buying farmland right now, what are our babies going to eat later? We don't think about them because we don't care. We're not saying, hey, I like city living. I'm in this big city. Okay, that's cute. But when it's time to eat, you better have a yard that you can grow some food in, and it better be your yard, because whoever owns the place, they come with a gun saying, you know what, the things have changed in America. I want my house back. You got to be serious. So cut that frivolous spending, brothers and sisters. Now, the next thing as we get ready to close this out, you got to increase your skills. Now, we talked about the 60, 15, 10, and 15 in terms of raising your taxes. 60% you live on, 15% goes to charity, 10% you invest in reinvest in your business, and 15% goes to improving your skill set. You got to increase your skills, either by retraining, get some retraining, saying, hey, here's the things I already know how to do, and I wanna improve in that. There's some new technology, new things being presented in the marketplace, and I gotta get retrained. I used to know how to work on these things, and they don't have those anymore. So now I need to learn how to work on the newer things. Retrain yourself. All right, you got to get some new training, get some skills, or constantly growing, constantly learning. And then also set up strategic partnerships. So, okay, say, hey, you know what? I know how to do certain things, but by myself, it'll never fly. Then you might have to connect with somebody who has another complementary skill set and set up a strategic partnership. That's what you're watching with BWE. It's a strategic partnership. Brother Daryl is very astute and savvy at what he does. I'm very decent at what I do. And Sister Brandy's great at what she does. But it's a strategic partnership. We have unique talents and abilities and ways of presenting information, but we got together and say, okay, let's do this. You know, it's a strategic partnership. So I might need to get with somebody. So if I'm great at accounting, but my accounting business is not really growing like that, people are not really looking for accountants, but I say, okay, well, let me find somebody who is trying to set up the business, but they don't know about the accounting part of it. Let me connect with them, and then okay, well, let's set this business up together. I'll be the accountant for this part. You can handle that part, and we just need to find somebody that knows how to do this part. Strategic partnerships. All right, so increase your skills by retraining, setting up strategic partnerships, and you learn things from people who have a skill set that you don't have. There are things you don't know, but I'm telling you, if you watch, I used to be a fish in the water when I was younger. I used to swim like a little fish, and at some point I had some engramment content enter me when I was little because I hit my head on. I was doing it, and I hit my head on the side of a pool, and it clocked me real good, and after that, me in the pool was very anti, and then it keyed the engram in, and when I was trying to climb a fence, we went to the park one day with my family and everything, my mother, and I was little, and went to the park, and I decided I was going to climb a fence to get over to the pool at the same place where I had hit my head. So you see this is powerful, and I climbed the fence, and I actually got caught on the barbed wire. All right. And now I don't remember nothing that happened from the time they pulled me down off that barbed wire. I don't remember nothing. It's a complete gap in my memory banks. Even the stitches. I got the stitches to prove it. But I don't know. And I remember most things that happened in my life. There's a gap. There's actually a space in the memory bank because there was unconsciousness. There was unconsciousness. And so in that, with that whole thing, when I was with my brother this just yesterday, we did a personal retreat out to Sedona, and we got in the pool. And so he was giving me some critical strategies on just swimming and stuff. And I'm telling you, you'd have saw me, you're like, oh my goodness, brother been swimming for a while. Just off my brother's instruction. He has a skill set that I didn't have and don't have. And I said, okay. And I submit myself to the greater God in him and say, okay, teach me. And he did. He gave of what he had. And so strategic partnership is the fact that he is my brother. I know him, and a strategic partnership at that moment say, hey, I want to learn how to swim. He says, okay, I'm a scuba master. He swims and all this stuff. Okay, cool. And he, right then and there on the spot, gave me some great instructions. And man, in no time at all. But he had a willing student, so there's a component to that too. And then last thing I'll mention is to increase your skills, find new sources of information. One thing that some of us we get stagnant in our learning and our development. We know what we know, and that's all we know. And things are constantly changing and growing. And so you want to actually pull from new sources. I made a note for myself that history in advance. We write history in advance, so you have to actually see what's coming. And how do you know what's coming up? Start to listen. Pay attention to people. Pay attention to the conversations people are having. You can see. I usually tell people, Brother Daryl, Sister Brandy, that I can pretty much see how people are going to end up because I can see. I can watch what they do. I hear the language and the language and the words that they use, and I can pretty much write their history, their future in advance because Going down that path is going to produce a result, and it's all mathematics. It's all mathematics. It's mathematics. I don't have to guess. It's not an opinion. I can write it in an envelope, seal the envelope, give it to you later and say, I knew your life because I saw you, I watched your activities, I listened to your verbiage, and I knew where you were going to end up. I said that to somebody I used to be married to 25 years ago. I said, I know how this story ends. And she said, oh no, blah, blah, blah. I said, because I knew the activities, the actions, the methods were going to produce a result. And 25, 26 years later, we talk on the phone. I said, remember 25 years ago when I said? She said, oh yeah, you sure was right. I was like, it wasn't about trying to be right. It was about, I knew the mathematics of activities of both parties, that it produces a result. And sometimes we're not wise enough to look at the mathematics of it all. So you can write history in advance and in a more empowered way by saying, hey, let me check my thinking, let me check my activities, my actions, my associations, the people I'm listening to, and the things, books I'm reading, the things I'm engaging in, and you can actually start to glean new information, say, to produce a different result. So again, to capsulize it, reduce your personal debt by galvanizing yourself and your family to make sacrifices. Eliminate the partisan politics in your home. Stop holding on to just your position. Consider somebody else's position. Consider and implement somebody else's position. All right, so we start getting results and movement. No, it might not be all the way wonderful right then and there, but it's about producing movement and not stagnation and stalemates. Raise your taxes. Instead of spending 70, 10, 10, and 10, adjust it to 60, 15, 10, and 15. 60% you live on, 15% goes to charity, 10% reinvest in your business, 15% you reinvest in your personal skills, training, books, resources, seminars, conferences. Make sure you do the BWE conference. It's going to be coming up soon. We'll announce that in the near future. Create a debt to deficit rules for yourself and your family. Cut that frivolous spending. Find ways to trim the fat. You should constantly be on the prowl for the deal. Constantly call your cell phone company up and say, what's the new deal? I'm thinking about switching up. And watch them start to roll out all the perks as to why you should stay giving your money to them. They'll start to come up with things that you didn't even know they had to keep you on the hook. So cut the frivolous spending, increase your skill set by retraining, getting retrained, set up strategic partnerships, and find new sources of information. Write your history in advance by looking into your thinking, looking into your activities, and say, hey, the way I'm going, I got to get new information, new ideas. Last point I'll make, people say thinking themselves out the box. I mentioned this on the broadcast before, and Dr. Joe Dispenza says the problem with people thinking outside the box is this. You cannot think yourself out of a box using the same thinking that produced the box in the first place. You need new information, new ideas, new people and associations to produce new results. I am Rodney Assad Muhammad, your Courage Coach. It's about financial justice or else. It's about justice or else, but everywhere in our lives. This is applicable no matter what. It's justice or else, and there is a universal and intensifying cry for justice. Have you been greatly unjust to yourself? Only you know that. Well, you might want to seek refuge. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Brother Daryl. Thank you, Sister Brandy, for allowing me that time. And so I'll swing it back over to you, Brother Daryl. Are you there? Brother Daryl? Oh, we can't hear you, Brother Daryl. Well, what about Sister Brandy? Sister Brandy, you unmute yourself. Let me see if we can hear from Sister Brandy. Brother Daryl, you back? Oh, yeah, Brother Daryl, just start talking whenever you can. Sister Brandy, you stationary now? Mover or shaker?
Yes. Woo, I am stationary. Praise be to Allah. I got to hear the whole broadcast. I was very excited. My son was here listening. Brother Rodney Assad Muhammad, you had done it. I would like to humbly say, great job.
Mic check.
Uh-oh, Brother Daryl, you got his mic on. His mic is on. Video a little jacked up, but his mic is on. We heard you, Brother Daryl. Uh-oh, he's back. So, okay, don't say phenomenal. Don't say phenomenal. You say phenomenal one time, I'm coming to Columbus, and it's going to be a problem, and your husband is going to be mad at me. He said, brother, how did brother come rolling up on my wife talking about what this phenomenal thing? And then he's going to try to smash me up, and because I know how you get out. I'm scared of your husband. I'm just saying, I'm scared of your husband.
You did an amazing job, Brother Rodney. Great job. We appreciate you so. I mean, I'm telling you, because about economic justice or else, the believers are excited. I don't know who created the topic on economic justice or else, excuse me. but the believers, the family, they have been constantly putting their information in, constantly putting the nuggets. I would like to call them, instead of nuggets, I would like to say that they are it's another word. I'm gonna find it.
We call them jewels. Yeah, let's put them jewels. Them jewels.
Yes, it's just beautiful benefits and tools that we need in our life. And Brother Rodney did an exceptional job. Praise be to Allah. I'd love to give you some quick. There's no questions thus far, but there's a lot of statements that you said, and some of the believers have responded and actually put that in to the thread, because they taken lots of time out and lots of information that's been shared from you. They're actually doing that as well.
That's awesome.
Brother Rodney, I'm not going to go from the very bottom, but I'm going to just jump right here. Sister Mavis said, she talked about, as you stated already, adjust to living 60%, 15% on charity, 10% into your business, and also 15% into your education knowledge base. Brother Rodney, many people have said the same thing, Brother Rodney, that you stated. The beautiful thing about it is, because you stated it, we're actually applying it into our lives, into the future. So we're not saying it. I'm not saying it. We're not saying it, but we're actually going to implement that. So let me continue. You have to pardon me. We have our
That's right. That's family. That's what it's called, family. That's what we're supposed to be. Hey, our families. Listen, let me say this real quick, Sister Brandon. Let me say this one thing right now. One thing's another one of my. I got a lot of mentors, and then when Sister Brandy said, I don't know who came up with that for the BWE. You know, I didn't come up. The Mount Louis Farrakhan came up with it. This is his. He said this, justice or else, and so. I'm just following. I'm playing follow the leader because we played that in school, and I thought I was pretty good at it. And so I'm still trying to continue my skill set and follow the leader game. And so the follow leader is justice or else. So I said, okay. Brother Gerald said, what are you gonna talk about, Brother Rodney? I said, financial justice or else. What else is there to talk about? The time and what must be done. Financial justice or else. It's nothing else to talk about. That's all we need to be talking about. So yes, ma'am. But I want to say this. You know, something James Malinchak said. One of my mentors, James Malinchak, said. He said that you build your business around your family, not your family around your business. You know, and so you having Baker 1, Baker 2, those things, you know, that's what it's about, Sister Brandy. So our families are included in what we do. So having the children around, how your family, it doesn't matter. That's what we can't be so. See, we can be so stringent and say, well, get out of here. You won't come around. I'm on the car. We can do that, but are you willing to destroy your family for this?
No, sir.
Absolutely not. I don't care if you had a baby and it's sitting in your lap on the broadcast. That's what it's about. It's not that he said there's nothing more important than family.
That's all right.
That's right. So praise be to Allah. We got some sound people in the background. Your little family chorus in the background. Yes, that's what it's all about.
Mic check.
Uh-oh, Brother Joe's trying to get back in on us. So go ahead, Sister Brandy. Go ahead, Sister Brandy, on the next part. You were reading something else. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So Sister Denise said, just what you said already, of course, as well. She said TV is a time waster and income reducer. Brother Rodney stated that. TV is useless. Sister Mavis Jackson Muhammad said that. Sister Jeanette also said, to paraphrase, she said it's okay to compromise your usual position as long as it is not conflict with your religion. Brother Rodney stated that just a little earlier. I don't have to say Brother Rodney many times.
No. Just say Allah. Just say Allah said. Allah said all this.
Somebody I know stated.
God said. And God is right. If it's right, God said.
All right. So one of the gods, the small gods, not the original, but we can continue on. Right. Jeanette said, cut back on your spending each month. Stop frivolous spending. Thank you again. We have I'm sorry. Just want to make a quick statement. If there's any questions that anyone wants to have answered, please take the next 2 minutes out to put those in the post so we can actually get those questions answered. If you're after that time, it is Ramadan and all. If you're after that time, please be aware. We will. You put on the thread, Brother Rodney. At some point, we'll answer them. Okay? We got 2 minutes. I'm a little faster. Sister Jeanette, she is flying. Brother, let's see. Brother Mudakai is on. There's so many believers that are responding, Brother Rodney and Brother Darrell, that they are so hyped. I mean, it's just so much information. I mean, everybody, Sister Denise, Sister Jennifer, Brother Darren, they are just live and in action. Our beautiful, not usual crew, because that's not a good word. Our original crew,
come on,
believers, are taking action. I'm telling you, we got to approve some posts. I don't know if I'm supposed to be multitasking, approving posts, and talking to Brother Rodney and the beautiful believers. I guess I will.
We do it. We do it all. Right. That's right. Okay, Brother Darrell, we can hear you. We can hear you, Brother Darrell. We can't see you, but we can hear you.
Right, we can hear you, brother.
Okay, all right, bro. Rodney, I gotta tell you, man, I was sitting here just listening, and that was a powerful presentation, brothers and sisters. What you got tonight, if you just focus on now until 10/10/15, if you just focus on implementing what Brother Rodney has given you, you will see immediate changes. I'm talking about in a matter of 21 days and 42 days. I mean, you'll start seeing some major differences in your personal finances, okay? Don't take this lightly, all right? I mean, it's about action now. We have to start taking action. You build momentum through action. You don't build momentum through talking. So it's about action right now, brothers and sisters. So we need for you to take the actions and start putting your testimonies in the Private Elusive Exclusive Facebook group. All right? That is powerful, and we're going to continue on that theme next week. If Brother Rodney wants to continue that next week, then great. If not, I'll pick up where he left off with this economic justice or else. Because the minister's going hard, that means we have to go hard. He's going harder, that means we have to go harder. All right? We can't go at the same pace. If we see our leader, our teacher, our guide, our divine reminder, our minister working hard as he's working at 82 years old, brothers and sisters, we have no excuse. We have to increase the pace. We have to do whatever is necessary to help the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan as he's focusing on 10/10/15. That should be our focus. Everything should evolve around that, as brother said. All right? You build around those things in your life that are important. All right? You build your income around events that are important. You build your income around your family that's important. You build your income around your belief, your religious beliefs, your church activities, your church events, your mosque events. That's what you look and say, okay, what do I need money for in the next 3 months that's outside of my living expenses? If we start operating in that mode, then we can use and benefit the most from what Brother Rodney has shared with us, brothers and sisters. That's what we're doing here at Black Wealth Empowerment. That's what we're going to continue to do, and we're going to have testimonies of those who are doing it and implementing, like Sister Brandy had shared with us tonight. So great job, Brother Rodney. Thank you so very much for bringing value to this community, bringing value to BWE. This will be posted on our YouTube channel, so people will benefit from this broadcast for years to come. So thank you so very much, brother.
Sir, praise be to Allah.
All right, anything else, Sister Brandy? With that being said, brothers and sisters, we are right at the top of the hour, so we want to be respectful of time. So those of us who are serious, you can go back. Brother's presentation, about 30 minutes, okay? And you can review your notes, and you can fill in some spaces, some notes that you missed. But now it's time for us to be students, brothers and sisters. As we continue with these broadcasts, we're going to bring more and more. We're going to bring the fire. We need to see, Brother Rodney Assad and Sister Brandy and I, we need to see who's really with this program, who's really with BWE. All right, not in attendance, but in actual implementation. All right, because without results, I was telling a brother this the other day, Brother Rodney. I said that God speaks in results. Right? We cannot be a God if we're not speaking in the law of results. The law of results. God speaks in results. He say, be, and it is, and he manifests. God speaks in results. We have to see results. If not, then we need to fine-tune our Godship. We need to fine-tune our God skills. What you received tonight, brothers and sisters, nothing short of the skill sets we need to be gods over our personal finances. When we can be gods over our personal finances, then we can be gods over the economy of our community. So, brothers and sisters, as always, all right, as always, you go to the YouTube channel. You share it of this next week. You stay active in the Private Elusive Exclusive Facebook group. All right? And make this Black Wealth Empowerment group like no other group. As you see, people coming in droves. 50 people, 40 plus people were in the queue this evening to join. And if you continue to do what you're doing, brothers and sisters, that will continue and multiply. All right? So with that being said, thank you so very much for your time. We're happy to be back after 3 weeks off, but we got the pace, and we're going to come harder and harder and harder next week. Just tell yourself, let this be your mantra. This has been my mantra here recently. I will not be defeated. I will not be defeated. So when you face adversity, just anything in your home, you can't find something, you can't get something done, you're trying to fix something and it won't, you can't get it done. Tell yourself, I will not be defeated. I will not be defeated. I will not be defeated. When you look at your finances, speak to it. All right? Speak to it. Speak to it and tell it, I will not be defeated. So with that being said, brothers and sisters, as always, we'll see you at the top, not from the top, because you, your family, but most importantly, our community, our nation deserves your very best. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum and Ramadan Mubarak. See you next week.
Ramadan Kareem.